Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It is the last week of spring here in Nova Scotia, man. It's a really nice day. We've had a string of nice days in a row. Makes you forget all the really unfavorable weather conditions we've had this spring. I lost track. I think we're on 4 or 5 nice days in a row right now. So that's really great. Really digging that. So it being the last week of spring, I decided to get out. It's after work. I'm skipping supper. It's a skipping supper drift. I just needed to get out in the woods, man. I didn't get out last weekend. I didn't get out last week. So it was time to get out in the woods. I'm trying a couple new things. So that's all great. I'm excited about everything I'm trying, and so far, so good. I'm not going to say nothing yet. And I'm not setting up for like a big time in the woods tonight. I'm exploring more than anything. I've been down this trail before. This is actually what I call Hemlock Ridge. So I popped into Hemlock Ridge for a look because we all know this time of year reishi and hemlock go together. I don't see any right here, but that's not to say I won't find any. But I've been wanting to get down to the brook, and the trail continues past the brook. So I'm going to go down to the brook, try to cross it, and see a little bit further down the trail and see what we can see. Last week of spring, time to see what we can see. And like I said, I'm trying something new that I haven't tried before. I'm trying it right now. You can't even tell. But if you want to find out what that is, stick around. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. And we're not, like I say, we're not doing a big in the woods thing. I'm just going to keep traveling, see what I see, and I'll let you in on what I see when I see it. I got my basket with me because there's a couple mushrooms that could be available that I'm looking for. And I've got my fanny pack with me tonight. I'm very light. I don't have much of anything in it. A little bit of water, a saw, right? Few essentials. That's it. Traveling light tonight because it is hot here in Nova Scotia tonight. It's like 22 degrees Celsius. Beautiful. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I didn't get too far. I didn't even get across the brook, man. I drifted a little bit downstream because it's just beautiful in here. So I came a little bit downstream and look at what I found. Ganoderma suge. This is people call it the hemlock reishi. I usually just refer to it as reishi, but Ganoderma suge is its proper name. It is gorgeous. I have a good amount of Ganoderma suge in my stores right now. Some of these guys are bug bitten and chewed. All these guys are slugged out. not slugged out really, but slugs have been at them. There's a few holes in them. If I were out of reishi, I would be harvesting this, but I'm not out. I'm tempted to get just this one, just for a fresh specimen, and maybe even save it for educational purposes. So I'm gonna get, let me get some close-up video of it, and maybe some pictures first, and then maybe we'll harvest that guy. These are beautiful examples of what reishi should look like. Reishi has been used for a long, long time in traditional Chinese medicine and around the world wherever it's found. It's found everywhere, I think. And in Chinese medicine, it is described as the mushroom of immortality. And I just glitched there for a second because the Chinese reishi is different, a different species than this one. This is our North American equivalent. So, the mushroom of immortality. Very good for you, man. Look up Ganoderma tsugae, learn about it, make it your friend and ally. It certainly is one of mine. I had such a hugely abundant year last year. There's a little nub down there. The slugs got all of that. I found tons, not tons, I found one good airtight container of reishi last year, and I still have quite a bit left. So I'm not looking to harvest a whole bunch of this stuff right now, but I will get some pictures and video of it. And I think I'm going to harvest that guy. Just one. Such a beautiful evening. So here's our Ganoderma tsugae. You can see when I say the slugs have been at them, those holes through them there, that's slug damage. That one's really been into the slugs. See how these just have a pore surface, no gills or anything. This one here, that one is a beauty. Look at how pure and nice it is underneath. A great friend and ally that guy is. As I'm videoing, I'm capturing pictures too. Oh, that's a nice picture right there. A little bit higher. Beautiful. With the brook in the background and the sun brook. All good, man. Okay, let's get one of these in the basket, I guess. Okay. What I have in my basket, I have fly dope, and part of what I'm trying out tonight has to do with this fly dope. This is just normal off deep woods fly dope. I've only sprayed my hat with this, and I'll explain later. The other thing in my basket is my small tripod. So, let's see if we can very, very respectfully harvest this guy. It's in such perfect condition. I don't want to make a mess of it, because I'm thinking I will use it for educational purposes. Try it out, have it to show people what it looks like. So when I do events, shows and stuff, I have a Ganoderma applanatum that I show people. But to have a reishi would be really cool too. And eventually I'd like to have one of all the polypores that I'm very interested in. There's 8 or 9 of them. It's very gently. Let's slice this guy off this tree. The tree's dead, long dead actually. Reishi usually is found on dead eastern hemlock. And this one is no exception to that rule. And sometimes I find them on hemlock that doesn't have bark left on it or anything. I don't want to, there we go. I don't want to put my fingers on the spore surface too much, so it's going to leave marks. There we go. Ganoderma tsugae. When you look at where it was attached to the tree, don't see too much for bug holes or anything, no slug bites. Oh, that's lovely. Love the smell of fresh reishi, man. When you get really tuned to this stuff, when I'm walking through the woods sometimes, not all the time, I hate to put that in there with fly dope, I'm gonna put the fly dope in my pocket, I think, so he's not in with my reishi. There. When I get walking through the woods, sometimes I will smell mushroom. Right, I'll smell different types of mushroom, and a lot of the times I'm not wrong. Right. So great to see you guys. This one's gonna be a really cool shape. Gander Masuge takes really fantastic shape sometimes. Okay, let's head back down the trail, man. Keep drifting. Really nice, big, old pine tree here, man. There's a couple of nice pines up on top of this ridge. I ventured down a side trail. This huge tree was right beside the trail, so I stopped to appreciate it for a moment, go hands on with it, and share some energy. And as I was doing that, I looked to my left and I saw this over here. Let's see if we can get to it without falling down. This will be the first one of these I've seen this year. I don't like walking through really soft ground because sometimes there's bees in it, or hornets, or yellow jackets. Oh, the sun's hitting it just nice. Let me find a good angle here to capture this. There should be more than one, but there's only one right now. We got pink lady slipper. Very nice. Well met. Find these guys every year pretty well. Trying to get a good picture of it. Maybe from this angle. Yeah. Well met. I'm not even going to touch a lady slipper. The pink lady slipper apparently is not endangered, but I'm not risking it. Oh, look, there's another one here, right at the base. This one's whiter. This one, I don't know. I don't know all my variations of lady slipper, but there's another one there. I can get Oh, fair enough. You won't let me zoom. Zoom. It's trying to do contrast. Anyway, yeah, that one's got some pink on it. There we go. There goes the zoom. There we go. Two lady slippers. All because I shared energy with a tree. Big, beautiful pine tree. Okay, let's continue down this very interesting side trail. Well, right on, man. So that side trail I was on, I didn't come to the end of that trail, but I could see the bank was steep, so I dropped down and I'm back at the brook, and I'm actually at a spot I've been before. Hemlock Ridge is just across the way over there, somewhere right there. Trail's not too far away downstream. And what I'm trying out and experimenting with seems to be working pretty well. So I brought it. I'm going to pitch my hammock chair right here because this is a beautiful spot, man. And I didn't bring anything to make a cup of tea or anything, but I'm going to pitch the hammock chair, relax here for a little bit. And I did bring a bottle of water, so I'm going to sip on some water and get my little bit of Shinrin Yoku happening here. I've already experienced many benefits from being out here, but to just sit quietly here for a little bit, I think will be really nice, man. So I'm going to set up the hammock chair and see how this plays out. I'm going to set it right here. Ah, there we go. I can tell you, it's been a couple hours now of walking around through the woods. And I am thirsty. It's warm. I'm not used to it, but I am grateful for it, man. So, let's talk about what I'm trying that's different here tonight. One more sip of water. So, as we all know, in Nova Scotia nowadays, this wasn't a thing in the past. As few as 8 years ago, this wasn't a thing. I wasn't on my radar. But lately, and this year especially, everybody's talking about ticks, man. And I think of ticks. Yes, I know they can have serious consequences if you get them in you, but there's misnomers of that. I don't live in fear of ticks or anything else for that matter. But I am vigilant when I'm out in the woods and I brush against something. I check to see if I've picked any hitchhikers or tick hikers. And ticks normally, when they get on you, they climb to you up, right? Their head up till they find flesh. So what I'm trying different tonight, excuse me. Ah, my water's hitting the spot, man. So what I'm trying different tonight is I've treated all my clothes and my fanny pack with a product that I learned about from YouTube and Mark Young. And I'm not saying this is what you should do. I am not endorsing this product in any way, shape, or form. However, I found this product. I've been looking for a long time for any products around me that contain permethrin. So, permethrin is known to be really, really powerful as a repellent to ticks, black flies, mosquitoes, and things like that. So, unfortunately, though, in the States, permethrin is used in tick repellent. It's sold and advertised as an insect repellent. In Canada, it has yet to be approved. Not that it won't be approved for that use, hopefully soon, because the ticks and stuff are wild this year. And again, not for me. I've only seen two ticks this entire spring season, so I can't say that they're that thick for me, but I'm vigilant, right? But anyway, I've treated all my gear with a product called Ultra Shield. Now, Ultra Shield is not made for humans. It is made for horses and livestock. But that being said, I'm not putting it on my skin. What I did was I took all my clothes. If you look at Mark Young has a video out right now that you can go back and look. It's not his last video, but the video before. Somewhere in there you'll find it where he treats all his clothes with a permethrin product. And I did basically the same procedure to all my gear. So as an experiment, I came out tonight. It's hot. By rights, the last number of drifts that I've been on have been very buggy, right? One of them was I ate a pound of black flies, man, in one of them, and now mosquitoes are out. So I've had been bothered by them, but not too crazy. Mosquitoes sometimes I can handle if they're not too thick. So what I've done is soaked all my gear. Yesterday I soaked all my gear in permethrin and let it dry. Now tonight I'm out in it, and I really thought when I was coming into the woods here tonight that I wouldn't be able to do this, right? Sitting still in the woods this time of year, last week of spring, you become a feast for flies, right? Sometimes when you're moving, you can't walk fast enough to escape them most of the time. So, tonight, since I left the car, when I got out of the car, like I showed you, I brought fly dope, but I only sprayed the fly dope on my hat. That's it. The rest of me, all my gear, not my skin, just my clothes, my two shirts, my t-shirt and my long sleeve shirt, my pants, and even my socks, I've treated with permethrin. and I have not experienced hardly any bugs at all. Like, they're there. I see one. Look, there goes one now, a mosquito. He's not coming to me. He's going that way, right? This could be it, man. This could be the key to getting out in the summer. I've always avoided getting in the woods in the summer due to the insects, the biting flies. I remember years ago trying to go fishing, and where I wanted to go, I had to walk through the woods, and I made it about halfway, and the mosquitoes came on so thick that I came out of the woods running, like at a dead run. I got bit so many times that it was excruciating. It wasn't tolerable at all. So, anyway, tonight there's a nice breeze. Don't get me wrong. This isn't, I'm not saying this is a final decision at all. But I'm very grateful that I've been able to get out tonight and experience very little biting insect action. Almost none, I would say. And is that due to the permethrin? I hope so, man. Once you treat all your clothes, you'll see on Mark's video if you go back and watch it. Once you treat all your clothes, they're good for 3 to 4 washes, right? So these are going to be my drift clothes for the summer. I'm probably not going to wash them very often. So there's a couple months where it's going to be hot and buggy coming up. July and August are our hottest and most buggy months. I found past years I can get back in the woods around the third week in August and the bugs aren't too bad. But this permethrin might make it possible for me to get out a lot more this summer. So anyway, that's awesome. I'm really digging it. Oh, I'm absolutely tickled with my reishi that I harvested. That's a perfect example. They'll grow all gnarly and weird looking at times too. Sometimes they look like a hand almost and like a mitten, right? But really great shelf fungus version that I've got here tonight. I'm going to let that dry out and I'm going to use it as an example piece. So with the reishi, to make it into medicine like I do, it's part of my personal health strategy. What I do is I have tinctured it in the past, and but I found like I have a tincture blend that I take daily that I really dig, man. It's anti-inflammatory, it's immunomodulating, it's great. I love it. I take it every day. When I started taking the reishi tincture too, right, it felt like a little bit too much. So I reserve reishi mostly for my teas, for my decoctions that I make, and I'll put sometimes all the polypores I know will go into a decoction, and I'll boil the water, turn it down to simmer, put the mushrooms in, and let that simmer away for half an hour, 40 minutes, right? And get a nice tea out of it. And I'll drink that. I try to do that about every third day or twice a week, right? Ideally. Sometimes I don't get there. Sometimes I do. I definitely have a tea once a week for sure. But anyway, last year I found so much Ganoderma sugae, so much reishi, that there is no need for me to even look for it this year. I wanted to find one good example just like that. Because, like I say, when I'm doing markets or shows or anything, promoting this, promoting the outdoors, and polypore mushrooms, and supporting your health personally, and not relying on doctors too much, and understanding how the natural world can benefit you, I like to have a physical example for people to touch and hold, and this will go nicely with that collection without harming anything, without over harvesting. I don't. There were multiple other reishi on that stump, so taking this one is not going to hurt anything. Even if I'm not going to use it personally for my health, I am going to use it for educational purposes, so that should be cool. Anyway, this is awesome, man. I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes and just sit here and watch the river flow by, man. Keep hearing noise over that way. I don't know what it is. I'm not really too concerned. I've been loud. The trail's not too far. I'm just gonna sit here and chill, man. Let the forest bathe me in its goodness. Nice mixed forest too. A lot of hemlock, some spruce, some maple, some birch. This is a really great spot. This would be an awesome spot to pitch a tent sometime, man. It's a little bit of a walk to get in here, a little bit further than I'd normally look for, but it's a good spot. Put this on the list for sure. Love it. Had a good spring, man. I managed to get out for an overnighter early in the spring, and that taught me a lot of things, right? That taught me that my gear is good down to -6 degrees Celsius anyway. And I'm working on, if, like I say, if this permethrin stuff works this good all the time, I could see me getting out on a hammock camp here soon. I think I'm going to do a test run in the hammock at the beach to make sure I've got it down so that I won't struggle when I get out here. This would be a dandy spot to do that too. There's lots of room to pitch a hammock up here. Great spot down there on the gravel bar. If you wanted to have a fire, you could. It's a nice spot, man. All right, that's enough words for this drift. It's been a lovely one, man. Some good exploring for the last week of spring. I'm gonna get quiet now. See what I see what I hear. Breathe it all in for 10 minutes or so. Right on. Right on, man. What a beautiful evening here in Nova Scotia, eh? Ah, am I ever happy to have gotten out? Like I say, man, late spring, summer, it gets hard for me to, I get busy, right? I get busy and I have a hard time getting out. So, prioritizing this, now that I know, or I think I know, that I can get out and not be completely annihilated by mosquitoes and black flies, and I've had no deer flies around me either. Nothing, no flying insects at all. And not have to worry about ticks and bringing ticks home. I haven't seen anything, but we'll see. That's a tale yet to be told through multiple times out to see if I get any ticks on me or not, I guess. Anyway, beautiful bit of time, man. Loved it. Got to explore this little area a little bit further than I ever have before. I've always explored that side of the brook, never this side. So I saw some things, man. I got my nice little example of Ganoderma sugae. Beautiful. Hemlock reishi, I've seen it described. And of course, there's a good amount of eastern hemlock in every little ravine in Nova Scotia, man. I shouldn't say that. In my area, there's a good amount of hemlock in these little ravines that you can explore. And like I say, normally find reishi in them this time of year. So, happy to have seen what I've seen. Time to head on back down the trail. Turkey tail is still being elusive. People always say that turkey tail, Tramates versicolor, is very abundant. You'll find turkey tail everywhere, and I disagree with that slightly, man. I know where turkey tail should be, and I find lookalikes a lot. So I don't know if people just say, right, that they see turkey tail, but it's not really turkey tail, it's just a lookalike. But I can honestly say that when I'm out, I saw a chaga. I didn't film it. I saw a chaga this drift. I didn't see turkey tail. I see chaga almost every drift I'm on, everywhere I go. Turkey tail, when I find it in great abundance, and I can usually stock up from that one find, but it's the finding it, man. I don't find it all that often, but I'm gonna keep looking. We'll find it one of these days. Anyway, beautiful, lovely, lovely time in the woods. Hopefully, I'll get out again later this week. Maybe things are very busy at the beach for us right now. So, as things slow down, getting up and running and getting everything going down there is a big deal. And then maintaining the property down there is also a big deal. So, it eats up some of my time. But I'm hoping to be able to get out from down there as well. Like on Saturday mornings, get out, go explore somewhere, maybe go fishing under a bridge. Who knows, man? Anyway, this has been a beautiful bit of time in the woods that I am eternally grateful for. I've breathed it all in, and that's going to carry me through to the next time. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, and remember, folks, you will never find anything unless you go look. Go have a look, man. It's worth it. Oh, and if I see anything on the way out, I'll tune yous in. Maybe we'll find turkey tail on the way out. Right on. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.